Let's talk about it, fellas. It's 2024, bro. It ain't 23 no more. I bet you thought it was 23 still with your lazy ass. Listen, how do we feel about your girl, not like a girl, because I know how you feel about a girl. How do you feel about your girl having OnlyFans? David, I'm gonna let you run with this one, my brother.
Got to,
my brother.
The relationship, man.
Oof. Be careful. Okay. I'm all I'm gonna say.
So, let me just preface this with first, every girl has their own right to their own body, and their own likeness.
Check.
Obviously, right? Obviously.
It's obvious,
but there is a kind of a contract, not a contract, but there's an agreement that.
An unspoken agreement.
Agreement. Not even unspoken. I would say it's spoken.
We're going to talk about it.
I would say, we're going to talk about it, and we'll talk about
Let's get into it.
But I would say there's some kind of agreement or understanding that you have when you become one with somebody. So when you're no longer single, when you're no longer just thinking about your own self.
Facts.
There is a decorum that you have to have as a man and as a woman. So girls on OnlyFans, first of all, it depends on what is being broadcast on that OnlyFans. What is going on that OnlyFans specifically?
It could be a whole lot.
And two, it also what I've come to learn is the level of activity and expertise you have on OnlyFans. And when I say expertise, I mean what level of content creator are you on OnlyFans? Are you an amateur? Right. Are you considered an amateur? Yeah. Or are you considered somebody who's professional? Or if you get a lot of views, I can tell you this now, and I learned this recently. Those girls ain't running their own accounts.
Damn.
It's all.
One more time, Abby.
Damn.
Those girls ain't running their own accounts. So the girls that you see with the millions and hundreds of thousands, even the tens of thousands, those are all those messages you're seeing they got a team. They have an agency. They're all part of an agency that they give them a stake in order to make all the interactions that they need to make individually. So when you subscribe to somebody's OnlyFans, they're getting DMs. They're sending out automated DMs. They're sending out the pictures. If you request something from them, that's not you talking to them. I'm sorry to break it to you.
sorry buddy. It ain't her.
You ain't special.
You ain't special. I know what she told you.
You are not special. Yeah. But it also takes some groundwork, some footwork to get to that point.
It's a business,
if that makes sense. It is a business. Yeah. At the end of the day, it is a business. So to that point, I say, if you are about your business, treat it as such.
Okay.
Take it. I had a hard time dealing with the fact that, a woman that I might consider to be mine or that I'm trying to make mine is, selling their body online for money. Right. Because at the end of the day, at your core, I think as a woman, they know that to some degree that they're not. I don't want to say their value. That sounds crazy.
No, go ahead. I know what you mean.
I want to say at the end of the day, they know that they're in their heart that they have to give a little piece away of themselves every time that they show somebody A, B, or C.
Facts.
And that's not a necessarily easy thing to do. Like, you have to, drag yourself to do that. Nobody's, just wakes up one day hey, I want to show my titties, or I'm trying to show I'm trying to show some coochie.
Women know they have it. Yeah, as a backup.
Yeah, and they know it's easy. And yes, that part they know it's always there. You know what I mean?
Because men is hungry and thirsty as shit.
Always there. It's always an option. If we need a little bit of money,
if I need some cash, I'll shake some ass.
Yeah, do something strange for some change. You feel me? They know it's always an option, but that doesn't mean there's no trade in for it.
1,000.
That doesn't mean there's no trade in for it. So what I say is, when I was single, going and meeting people that may have had OnlyFans, for me, it immediately it was almost immediate disqualification for being my girlfriend or being taking it seriously. Yeah, it was almost immediate disqualification.
Why?
Because the behavior that you have to exhibit in order to maintain that OnlyFans is unbecoming of a relationship.
Wow. Talk about it, David.
The behavior that you have to exhibit to maintain that, you have to constantly DM guys. You have to deal with the flirting and the attention from other dudes. And it's like, if you got a good looking girl, you know they're gonna get some attention.
Yeah.
In real life, like
Facts.
when you stepping outside, when you on social media in general, but now you have set up this entire profile specifically for that attention. You've opened that door, a wide door, not only that, for that attention.
Yeah.
And it's like, for you to make money off of it, you have to play into that attention, if that makes sense.
1,000.
For you to make a profit off this, you have to play into that attention. You have to allow that in. And mentally, your girl got to be ready for that.
Yeah.
She has to be ready for that. That's the thing. Like,
And you got to be ready for it too.
and you have to be ready for that.
Yeah.
So if you are dealing with a girl that does OnlyFans or some kind of other form of sex work, it may not be physical sex, but just online sex work in the form of pictures, videos, etc. You have to be ready for what comes with that, and you have to be willing to accept that. And y'all have to come to an agreement, a verbal agreement. Set your own boundaries. So I'm not gonna sit here and say like it's not okay or this and that, because everybody is different. And it wasn't until I ran into this myself that I had to, figure out where my man ego was.
Right. Now you're that guy.
Now I'm that guy. And it's like I never thought I would be the person that was like,
Facts.
nah, that's not me. Because it's just like I would just completely run from it. But when you sit there and talk about it and you understand what goes into it and what they can get out of it, the possibilities, you start to think about shit. And it's like, if she has all the other qualities, the A, B, C, the caringness, the loving, the loyalty, the she's smart, she got brains, she good looking, she check all your boxes. Who are you to say like, damn, this ain't the one just because of this one thing? And do the pros outweigh the cons? That's what you have to ask yourself.
What you think, bro?
I mean, you killed that.
Brody,
you murdered that subject.
Brody might have been through it. I ain't gonna say he has or hasn't.
You sound very versed in that.
Hey, Randy, I ain't gonna say he has or hasn't. But I think first-hand experience.
No, to be honest with you, though, I think from my point of view is like, you got to weigh the pros and cons. Like he said, it's like, for me, the furthest I would like going into it ignorantly, because I don't know that much. I'd just be like, look, let's sell some toes. I know there's a big feet market, right?
Yeah.
Let's sell some toes on the internet. You ain't showing your face. You keeping it real. You bringing in the traffic, and we're gonna make some.
But then she gets hit in the inbox like, "I'd love to see your body."
Right.
What you thinking?
That's when it gets a little. My girl. That's when it gets a little. It would get a little touchy. You know what I'm saying?
I like what David said though. It's kind of like, listen, if you're getting those inboxes, you're getting those DMs, and you're about your business, I feel like at that point we have a different conversation. I feel like if you're just out here wanting to be somebody, but you're not willing to be that person, but you're still getting that like inconsistent, weird approaching by men and weird like at that point you're not in it full, like your toes are dipped into the water, but you're not all the way in it. So at this point the bullshit you do receive is now an annoying nuisance.
It's not worth it. Almost
it's not worth it.
Right.
And that part is very important, because it's like
you gotta have a balance.
You have to be either all in,
gotta have balance,
or you have to be all out. There is no to me, there is no like when it's low, we can try this as an option. We got to be all into this shit and treat it like a business, or all out. So you don't start a business. You don't open a restaurant and say, oh damn, you know what, I can't pay rent this month. Let me go open the restaurant back up, and
That's true.
Hire some chefs for 3 weeks. Hire some chefs for 3 weeks and some waiting staff, and allow my customers to just eat, and then never get this again because I'm up now.
All you can eat shrimp, and we're only open for 2
You know what I mean?
2
You
weeks.
have to have a full business plan and follow through with it.
100.
So I have like two thoughts on this. My two thoughts are this: is like the key word is we, right? So you guys both have to be invested into it.
Correct.
And number two for me is like, she can't get lost into this more than what we agreed upon. Like, if this is a business enterprise and this is gonna like pay our rent, this is gonna make us a big bag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in it with you, but like you get lost into it and it gets to your head, then that's my point where it's like, okay, we gotta talk, or we gotta cut this shit off. And if we can't, and you too deep into it, then it's like we gotta part ways.
Yeah.
And that's the part that scares me about it. Like, for me, it's just like, I don't want to get a girl who you know, like, because anybody will get, you know, clout. Fame is the drug, right?
1,000.
And you get that clout, you get that attention, you get that fame. It can change your mind. It can change your head about. So it depends on the woman. It depends on like how far we agree to go into this together, and it depends on like if you lose yourself upon our agreement. Are you getting too deep into it? Yeah. That's how I think about it.
I mean, I'm similar to you guys. I feel like I don't know if there is a line that can be drawn to a woman that does become successful with it.
Yeah.
And she's so used to like, I mean, you gotta think, bro. Girls that are like making bags are probably getting like at least like 50 to 100 DMs a day. You know what I'm saying?
More than that.
And
I can tell you,
I didn't see
by far.
I didn't see OnlyFans where the girls' boyfriends are fucking them on the videos, and they both get the bag together.
So there's that thing, and that's my next question.
He's involved in it now.
So first, my take is like, again, I'm kind of with you guys. I guess if she was doing something for a business standard, I think that, yeah, but there's also a conversation to be had. Like, when this breaks and like we're in public and somebody like notices you, like a little kid notices you, like an 18-year-old kid is like, yo, that's so and so, and I'm with that girl. I mean, it's just a different thing to battle with. But let me say this: would you be your girl's manager for OnlyFans?
You kind of almost have to be, just to a degree, not a manager.
You gotta
but
be
you
involved.
have to be. You have to be some kind of business partner.
Gotta
be involved.
Yeah, because it's your girl at this
if
point.
you have no idea
what she's posting, what she's doing for content,
that allows a space for disagreement and uncertainty, miscommunication in the relationship. And
1,000.
I mean, if you're not a solid guy in terms of like your confidence, if you are not, your self-esteem is not high, or you don't have.
I was gonna say it takes a certain type of guy, like
you gotta be secure,
like porn star boyfriends or porn star husbands. It takes a certain type of guy to be with those kind of women.
I'm gonna say this: I can't be that guy, bro.
My girl's doing, and that's what I was gonna say. That's why
pound it on the internet.
That's what I'm saying. Like forever, where it just stays forever. So it's like for me, it's like
Adam.
I'm cool with the Adam 22. Shout out.
I gotta do it, buddy.
Tough year for that man.
Tough year.
He probably made a lot of money though.
He endorsing it. Shit,
he made a lot of money.
That part. So you gotta like.
At what cost?
That's the balance that I was talking about. It's your morals versus that bag.
That's the thing.
That bag is crazy.
Ladies,
that bag is life changing though.
It is, but ladies, listen. I never put a woman that I say I love over a bag, and that's my standard. Now, I might not get married until I find that girl.
Okay, let me ask you this: what if she puts that bag over how much y'all love each other, and it's her decision, right? She's Miss Independent.
Okay,
and she gets to make that decision for herself.
If I say I'll never do that, I want somebody to say the same thing to me.
Okay, so what I mean by this is she's like, oh, look, I'm in this. I'm gonna do this because let's look what this is yielding.
Yeah.
You either stand in my way or you move aside because I'm gonna keep doing this.
Too many fishes in the sea.
Are you leaving your girl or are you gonna support her and still try to stay in the picture?
I would support her by leaving her.
Did she start the OnlyFans before him or while she was with him?
That's a good question. It depends.
So if it was before me, then I can't stand in the way of what she's doing to make the bag.
Because you signed up for that.
I signed up for it. That's what I was
saying. But if she's bad and whatever reason, listen, men can have feelings. Brothers, listen to this shit. You can have feelings. If your girl starts OnlyFans while she's with you, right? There could be a natural feeling of like, damn, what the fuck am I not? You know what I'm saying?
Highlighting some underlying
issues. This is how niggas think. Let's be real. We don't talk about this shit. We feel like girls only think about these things. But like, if a girl started OnlyFans while I'm with her, then it gets extreme and she's successful, and we start to have like a disagreement about a lot of the things, then I would make a decision, bro. Because honestly, it's 2024. There's a lot of ways to get to a bag. OnlyFans is a crazy bag. I'm not gonna lie. It's a crazy bag that builds crazy momentum. I mean, but I don't think I want money that bad. Where my girl. Not just a girl. My girl is the girl that's.
Can I be real? I feel like the question is yielding like two different like realities. Like the reality is 2024 now, so I feel like the reality is like that phrase where it's like she was never yours. It was just your turn.
Yeah,
it's either that reality or it's like she's never gonna want to do that and like she's just all yours.
Yeah,
and I feel like
a lot of girls like both.
I feel like if you are with a girl that wants to do that, you're gonna keep playing this middle game. So you got to either choose. You're gonna get with a girl who wants to go all the way and let her like be a free bird and do that shit and like have her business and go crazy.
Yeah.
Or in the middle game is be soulless, let her do her thing, get that money and win off her money.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, baby, I'm gonna watch you do this. I'm gonna let you do this. Fuck other guys. Fuck me. Whoever. show your pussy online, show your titties online, da 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 da. Or you just get with a girl who's just not down for that. It's like 3 avenues.
Yeah.
And for me personally, I feel like I'd be more comfortable with just like I feel more comfortable with just being like I'd have my own business and I'm making M's and I'm taking care of my girl.
Listen to this.
And that pussy's mine.
If you're in a situation
that's how I feel about
where
it.
the bag is equally coming in,
because I'm not
what do you need from her? If you get a bag yourself, you don't need her to do that. So then the question is different.
I'm not inherently a jealous or insecure man. I know there's a lot of men out there like that. Yeah. But I'm saying this to say this. That would still disturb me. So I would just say like, let me be the bag provider and you do your thing. Hey, you don't even got to do this because I'm gonna take care of you.
Imagine, honey,
that's how I feel about it.
Imagine, honey, I'm home, and she in there in the room busting it wide for the gram. Like, babe, I'll be out in 1 second. Hold on.
And she like,
yeah.
I'll be right back, baby. In a second. Hold on,
baby. Who the fuck clapping like that? I ain't never heard it clap like that. When you learn that? Well, you know, one of my subscribers asked me to do this one thing, and it's actually clapping louder now.
That's crazy.
So bro got you doing tricks. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. But
because then I'm gonna talk. Hold on, last thing. If a nigga is like DMing my girl on that some specific shit, like, hey, could you try this one shit? And I didn't even ask her to do this shit yet. Yeah. And she's like, I'm like, where you learn this? And she like, well, honestly, you know, Tyler 44XY Beetlebug taught me this. Like,
but he didn't put a bag on me though.
So yeah, what was you about to say?
He done dropped like 5,000.
What I would say is, I want to kind of bring it back down to earth a little bit because I feel like we also talking about
a girl that made it.
Major extremes. Yeah. Because I'm gonna let y'all know the reality of it is we are talking about the top 5 and up percent earners on OnlyFans, and the reality of the situation is there is millions and millions and millions of people that signed up for OnlyFans between 2019 and now that have barely made over 10K, if that even over 3 or 4 years. Right. So. The reality of it is we dealing with a lot of girls who follow the trend that we saw blow up over the course of the quarantine. Yeah. We dealing with a lot of girls that followed the trend.
Quarantine was crazy.
And basically sold a piece of themselves for something that wasn't worth it. And we're dealing with a lot of things in the dating industry right now where it's like we already have the Tinder issue and the lack of like the dating scene and then the men versus women, the gender wars. We're dealing with that already. Coupled in, you know, add in the little sprinkle of the OnlyFans wave like frenzy. So the reality of it is we dealing with a lot of people that are going into the dating life and it's like we met a girl who already had OnlyFans or at some point did OnlyFans
or thought about it
and or you know or thought about it or was open to it. So that's the reality of the situation. It's like 95+% of those women are not gonna make it enough for it to be worth it. That's what I'm saying. So how do we deal? I guess
that's a good point.
I'm gonna bring it home and say like, as a man, how do you deal with that? It's like having to maybe explain to your girl.
Me. No, but he makes a point. Let's say this: you and your girl's cold, but she hasn't made it because she's not good at marketing, business, whatever. But she's the type of girl that like a normal nigga will like turn his head to. That's your girl though. Bills is tight. Bills are tight. Your job ain't giving you the promotion you want, and she's like, "Babe, I could do this. I mean,
but I need the right content type of push."
It's tough, bro. I think at that point,
for me, I'm shutting it down. I'm stepping up as a man.
So this is what my thing is.
I'm shutting it down.
2 things. You shut it down. You
because ain't no way you're gonna be selling pussy online and then that pussy ain't yielding like real shit for me.
So here's the thing,
because we're thinking 5%. When he originally brought the top, the fact that I'd be cool with any of that is if you're in the top that percent, whatever the fuck that percent is.
Let's bring that count to that.
But if you're over here like you struggling on OnlyFans and we just struggling in the economy in general, shut the shit down. I'm gonna find a real hustle that gets this shit popping.
Right, babe.
Why you showing pussy for no damn reason? Babe, they can't even pay the damn rent.
Pussy for no damn reason is sick. Pussy for no reason is sick,
bro. Hell